Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Barley, and I'm going to explain our Barley Wellness weight loss plan. We utilize something called the Ideal Protein Weight Management Protocol. It's a 3-phase protocol. It's evidence-based. It's healthcare provider oversight, and it's been around for quite some time and has had a ton of success, not only in the area but across North America. Recently, in September, there were 2 peer-reviewed published studies that showed the efficacy of our protocol, meaning that it showed a remission in type 2 diabetes, and it also indicated that we were better than a low-fat, low-calorie diet for weight loss, waist circumference, which is an indicator of unhealthy weight, and triglycerides and total cholesterol. Our protocol is 3 phases. The first phase is weight loss, and that's the phase that everyone loves. They're determined, they come in, and they do really well with it. I'm going to say this right now, is that you need to follow through in our phase 2 and our phase 3. Phase 2 is stabilizing that weight that you've lost, and phase 3 is maintaining that weight that you've lost. Our weight loss protocol typically averages about, besides the first week, which can be anywhere from 5 to 8 pounds on average weight loss because of water loss in the first week. Thereafter, studies have shown that men lose about 3.5 pounds. Sorry, ladies, we have more lean mass, more muscle, so we burn quicker. But on average, men lose anywhere from 3.5 pounds, sometimes 5, and women 2.5 pounds. So those are the averages: 2.5 for women, 3.5 for men. Many people often ask me, how long should I be dieting for? Well, in this weight loss phase, we know through research that you will get good health results by just losing anywhere from 7 to 10% of your total body weight. So if you come in at 200 pounds, 7 to 10%, 20 pounds down, that's our weight loss phase. We should show some good health benefits. Myself, when I did the protocol about 12 years ago, I dropped 70 points of total cholesterol. So that's how good this program is, because I had done that before in the past, but never had I lost 2 inches around my waist, which is still the same today as it is 12 years ago, and 70 points of total cholesterol down. So I know from personal experience that this program works. That's the weight loss phase. If you stop there, like every other diet out there, you will regain again. That happens, and that's why many of your family physicians and primary care physicians don't like weight loss or programs because they're not sustainable. Our program is, but you need to follow through into phase 2 and phase 3. What is phase 2? So you've hit your goal weight, or you've hit that 10%, and you're starting to feel really good. You're starting to actually be good. Your blood work is looking better. And now you want to hold on to the weight that you've lost. When we put you into phase 2, what we've done in phase 1 is we've limited the amount of carbohydrates or sugars that you've had in the diet. We've given you adequate protein, individualized for you. We've given you healthy fats, individualized for you. And then we move you into this phase 2 stabilization. In stabilization, we're going to start to reintroduce complex, good carbohydrates back into your diet. And as we reintroduce those good carbohydrates back into your diet, we're going to find what we call your sweet spot. So we'll start with what we call macro targets. Macros are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. We'll start with your target after weight loss of your protein and your fat, and we'll also start with a number target for your carbohydrate. And every week we'll increase that number by 5 until you don't maintain your weight within 5% of your total body weight loss there. So we have a whole formula, and we have something called the macro code. We are in phase 2, which can last anywhere from 3, 4 to 8 weeks. You will develop your macro code. You will know at the end of phase 2 what your plate should look like at every meal. And this is how we start to stabilize your weight, with education from not only our coach, but from our emails, from our website, and videos. You'll start to stabilize, understand nutrition better. And then the next phase, phase 3, is just trying to maintain that weight through eating the proper foods, because now you'll know what your macro code is. So that's our protocol in essence. If I were to get more technical, what we're doing is we're taking a person who comes into our office dealing with unhealthy weight. They're pretty much what we call insulin resistant. And here's what happens. In our ultra processed and hyper palatable food environment that we live in today, in our sedentary lifestyle, we are consuming a high amount of fat, sugar, and salt, and carbohydrates. The sugar is the carbohydrates. As we're consuming fat, sugar, and salt, we are gaining more and more weight. What happens when we consume sugar or carbohydrates is the pancreas produces a hormone called insulin. And as there's more and more insulin flowing throughout the body, that insulin takes the sugar and pulls it to your cells to give it energy. The problem is there's so much insulin flowing throughout the body that the cells say, hey, I've had enough, and they become what we call insulin resistant. That insulin resistance is the downhill slope to ill health. When you come into our office, many times, if we were to look at your hormones, you would be insulin dominant. You're always in storage mode. We're going to take that and rebalance you, put you in an imbalance to change that, to make your body burn its own fat. And as we do that in moving into phase 2, stabilizing and maintenance, we're going to balance those two hormones, fat storing and fat burning hormones, to make sure that you're stable and you can maintain your weight long term. That's the holy grail, and that's the key to any kind of medically supervised dietary intervention. It is maintaining that weight long term. And that's what we do at Barley Wellness, and that's what we do with our weight loss protocol.